Did you ever watch the Magic School Bus growing up, or did you just get the shirt somewhere?
No, I watched the Magic School Bus like
Okay,
a ton.
who's the best character?
Miss Frizzle.
I mean,
It's not
you
even
can't but like the children. We gotta think about the children here. Right? Everyone knows Miss Frizzle. We all
Arnold. Is it Arnold?
That makes
Was
me
that the name?
I never actually watched Magic School Bus. I'm not gonna lie.
The lizard. The lizard was the
was the best character.
Yeah.
Favorite Disney movie?
Lion King, and it's not even close.
I agree with Lion King. Lion King is definitely actually. You know what? Where is he? Nasabenya.
Is that a what are those things called?
Funko Pop.
Funko Pop
It is a
Lion
Funko
King. That's
Pop of
hilarious.
Lion King.
That's sick. I love it.
So, yeah. Anyways.
Wait, isn't Splash Mountain closing down? Is that not a thing?
Splash Mountain did close. I don't necessarily want to. I wonder if it's on here. It's like over there somewhere. I don't necessarily want to talk about it because people are mad about it because it's like whole race stuff. Like everyone's like mad that Tiana's taken over. So I don't know if I want to get into that, but
what the hell? I don't think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you haven't heard about this.
No. I'm like, I mean, I'm on the internet, but I'm not that.
Okay, so I'm recording right now, anyways. So this is all going in, but regardless.
Hey, sounds good.
So we'll talk about this. Okay, so Splash Mountain is closing, and it is around, like Briar Bear and like if you ever been on Splash Mountain, it's about a cartoon and like books that were from like the 1960s. It's a very old ride.
Old Disney.
Yeah, old Disney. Yeah. Old Disney. Anyways, there's a song in it called "Song of the South," and "Song of the South" is like the zippity doo dah. Like it's they can't even show the movie on Disney Plus because they don't want kids watching it. Okay, so they're closing Splash Mountain. They closed Splash Mountain, and now they're refurbishing it into Tiana's Bayou Adventure. I think that's what they're calling it. Tiana, the princess from.
So like from Princess and the Frog.
Yeah, and you know what? I've been telling people this.
Also, wait. Great movie. Excellent movie.
Underrated.
No notes whatsoever. Great movie.
Yeah. So I've been telling people, like, I'm from the South. I'm from North Florida, like Georgia area, and people are all upset because they feel like the representation is being taken away. Like people are like, there's nothing wrong with Splash Mountain. Kids should get with it. Like, it's fine. Like, the woke crowd needs to stop worrying about changing these things. Okay, first off, I am from the South. And I tell you what, boy, I don't be talking like this no more. I know something about it. I don't be talking like this. So,
hey, there's still people who talk like that.
Yeah, and you know where they live?
I don't know.
In the bayou.
Yeah, and they're not watching Disney. I'll tell you that right now.
But they live in the bayou, and if you're doing Tiana in the bayou, then it make damn sense to talk right in the bayou. I tell you what. Like, that makes sense, to be honest with you. The Tiana ride makes sense because reality, that's how they talk there. In the South, we don't talk like that. And also, if I go up to a family and I go, hey, do you know who Briar Bear is? Like, do you know what this cartoon is? I guarantee you, half of them, 90% of them, and the kids definitely will all go, no. But if I go, hey, do you know who Tiana is? Everyone's going to know who Tiana is. So, be honest with you, I just think it's really stupid how people are reacting to us. I think it's wrong. No one was mad when they were reacting, like when they were changing Tower of Terror in California. They changed that to Guardians of the Galaxy. They're changing Aerosmith here. They're changing a bunch of other rides as well. They changed it into the Credo Coaster. No one cares. But the moment they want to touch Song of the South and racism, they be coming out of the woodworks. And then on the last night, people were selling the water from Splash Mountain on eBay.
Yeah, I saw. That's what I saw, and I was like, "Damn, people, we are so far gone as a society. It's not even funny."
We went from women's bathtub water to ride bathtub water
to Splash Mountain water. I love it.
Anyways, to football. What's the check down? I am Chandler. He is David. This is episode 39.
Uh, Darren Sproles, maybe?
34? I think. He played for the Rams. There's another player played for the Rams, running back.
Is it Peyton Hillis? No. Todd
Dreads.
Gurley?
No, 30.
Oh, Steven Jackson.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
Another one plays for the Jaguars, kick returner.
Agnew. And Larry Zonka.
Nice throwback. Rookie of the year this
Throw it
year on the
back.
defense. Seattle Seahawks.
Don't know. He's 27, so I don't know who you're talking about. Yeah, he's 27.
Okay, Pro Football Focus has it as Pro Football Reference has number 39. So
39. I think
Yeah.
maybe at the start of the year, maybe.
probably, and then he got promoted.
Maybe like in training camp or something. I
Could
don't know.
be, yeah.
But I'm pretty sure he's 27.
All right, well, there's that. That's all the 39s I can think of. We're in the weird stage of numbers. That
Yeah,
no one...
we really are. We're moving up to O linemen now.
Oh God, we're gonna get a lot of those. First off, if you're listening on YouTube, podcast, TikTok, Instagram, wherever you are listening, shout out to you guys. Yeah, divisional round for me went terrible, 0 for 4. But granted, I went for every single
You went underdog all the way.
Yeah, you went.
There are no underdogs this week, so you can't escape it. You just gotta pick what you gotta pick.
Shit. I think I went 2 for 2 in the spread, though. I will say that. So
yeah, I think I went 3 for 4 in the spread. Completely blew the Giants spread. Oh boy, did I ever!
I don't
that
think
was bad.
If you would have told me that the Jaguars Kansas City Chiefs game would have been the most competitive over this past weekend, I would.
The 49ers and the Cowboys were pretty good too. It was competitive.
Yeah, it was competitive. It was. Cowboys just don't know how to win in the playoffs anymore.
Last minutes, yeah. I have a question about that real quick before and maybe we'll start at the last game.
Okay, that's fine.
Do you just get me for stuttering?
No. I'm thinking of, honest to God, I'm thinking of Ezekiel Elliott getting blown the fuck up.
Oh my god. Okay, all right. In his defense, he's never had to snap the ball before in a game.
What is
Wait. Let me finish. He doesn't know how to, pass set. He's not an O lineman. He's not pass setting like an O lineman. He doesn't know how to pass set like an O lineman. So I'll give it to him. He's running that on the fly. He's caught flat-footed. He's gonna get ran over. It's just that simple. You can't get caught flat-footed. I'll put it at that. The play design itself, I actually don't think it's a terrible play design. I think it's an okay play design. The way I heard it explained is that they wanted to throw the ball to Turpin, have Turpin pitch it back to Zeke, and have all those blockers in front to kind of take away the other the other defense and have Zeke try and run it down. And, at some point it turns into schoolyard bullshit and, you do what you got to do. I don't mind it. Where it went completely south almost immediately is having Zeke be the guy who snaps the ball. Why don't you let Zeke block?
So I was thinking about this. I literally just thought of this. What if it wasn't supposed to be Zeke snapping the ball?
Well, who else would have snapped it?
Tony Pollard.
He would have got the same treatment.
But he would have known how to done the play. What if Zeke actually never practiced this spot in the play? Maybe Turpin wasn't supposed to be there and everyone had to change.
That's a good point. Maybe they had to rotate around. I bet you Zeke, I guarantee you Zeke practiced that. There's no way.
But if you look at them, they're like talking before he snaps the ball. Like if you look at it, because maybe it was supposed to be Pollard and they naturally ran it with Pollard. I'm not.
Yeah, I can see that.
But I'm just, it could be that
Pollard, and at some point is incorporated in that play.
Yeah, obviously.
So him being lost is a little bit of a deterrent. but I still think that play was not a terrible play call. Everything that led up to that play, awful.
God. Dalton Schultz, 2 feet down, bro.
I
You play
don't
in the NFL.
I don't know what the Cowboys do at practice. I don't know what they do during 2 minutes. I don't know what they do in their like 2-minute meetings, but they need to find a way to figure that out because it happens constantly. It happened last year. It happened this year. If it's not giving the refs the ball on time, not giving the ball to the right ref, it's gonna be not going forward when you step out of bounds. All you had to do was fall forward out of bounds, and you would have been completely fine.
But even a play before that, Dak Prescott running around for like 8 seconds and throwing the ball away. Like it was
It's
just it was just I really do think that if Tony Pollard stayed healthy and didn't break his ankle, I do think the Dallas Cowboys win that game. Tony was playing great. Like Tony was playing like starting running back, like was playing great. And again, I think on that last play, you would rather have Tony Pollard with his speed trying to run a 70-yard touchdown than Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah.
Zeke is their like 20-yard gainer, but pound way to get there guy. Tony Pollard is their bust a big play, win the game. So
I swear Stephen A paid someone to either curse the Cowboys or something.
got that.
Because he's always right. What can go wrong will go wrong every single time.
Got that Princess of the Frog voodoo out there.
Yeah, he really did. He
out
really
there.
Did. He really did. And I applaud him for it because I hate the Cowboys, so I'm okay with it.
It was a like weird game to watch. It just seemed like I felt like no one really commanded the game. Brock Purdy did what he needed to do. I told you if he didn't screw up, if he threw 20 for 32, they weren't going to lose the game.
Let's just talk about this for a second. How is Brock Purdy managing the game and making better choices than 7-year Dak Prescott? Brock Purdy is a rookie. He's supposed to be seeing all the bright lights. He's supposed to be seeing stars at this point. And Dak Prescott is the one who looks dazed and confused. He looks like he's only played up to high school football. Everything he did, like I won't be hyperbolic. He had a very good bad game because he threw, I think, 2 picks.
Yes.
And
2 like monstrous picks that were really bad timing.
2 really bad picks. But then he was able to move the ball down the field. I think at the end of the day, the reason why they didn't score as much as they could have is more to do with the it's to do with the execution of the plays, but it's also to do with the play calling. I think Kellen Moore is a great play caller, but I think he sometimes gets in his own way. Just like the Packers got in their own way every time they were in like red zone situations. They would get in their own way. They would be stuck in some kind of like rhythm that they want to stay in, and they won't get out of it, even if the defense dictates that they should. And that's just the issue with those guys. I think a philosophy change will be great for both teams. But that's just my like overall.
This is what I want to talk about though. I agree with you, but I the reason why I agree with you is because you talk about Dak Prescott and like him not understanding it, and then you talk about Brock Purdy understanding it. Look at their coaches, right? Kyle Shanahan says, "You just take the reads. I promise you, I'm not going to get you hit. You just read 1, read 2, read 3. That's it. One of them will be open. If one is open, get it there. 2 will probably be open. 3, I guarantee you he will be open. And if that's not the case, you have Christian McCaffrey on the outside, and that's why we got him."
So, and you know what? On the note of coaching, sorry about that. On the note of coaching, Kyle Shanahan this is like analysis that I saw them talk about during the game, is that the Cowboys' game plan was to force Brock Purdy away from the right side.
Yeah.
To the left. because he's more comfortable running to the right and scrambling and throwing to the on the right side. And you know what? Um, Kyle Shanahan saw that. He obviously knew that's what their game plan was, and he said, "You know what? We're just gonna go to the left. We're gonna set everything to the left and have Brock have tons of time on the left side, more time to think, more time to look at the play, and you guys can try and force him to the right all you want. Keep the same game plan because it worked in the first half. It worked in the first half,
Yeah,
and then you
Michael
saw him.
was getting back there. Dexter Lawrence was getting back there. The Dallas defense did not lose this game. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, and you saw it in the second half. They started to roll him to the left side and just accept it. You know what? You want to do that? We will gladly do that and show you that our best players are still better than your best players. And that's where the good coaching comes in. Is that one, Dak was making bad mistakes. Two, the offense was not adjusting to what the 49ers were doing. And like again, I think that's one thing that Dak doesn't do well is take the easy stuff when he needs to. I think he loves to force
He was
a lot of
checking.
throws.
He was checking down. He was making the wrong checkdowns the entire game. I'm watching this game and I'm like, you had T.Y. Hilton wide open on the left side and you forced it to C.D. Lamb on the right side, or it was Dalton Schultz or
Yeah,
something like that. It's like you aren't letting plays develop. You're quick to the draw and sometimes, and then you're letting them develop too long. There's no like Sam Darnold saw a ghost. Dak Prescott was seeing ghosts.
yeah, and you know what? There's a one play I think Ocho also looked at it, and like Emmanuel Ocho also looked at it where they're in cover four, and I think basically in cover four you're trying to make the linebacker make a decision on the route concept that they had. You're trying to make the linebacker make a decision, and you're either gonna look outside and in, or look in and work your way to the other side because the
Yeah.
linebacker has to make a choice on who he's going to cover, and he can't cover everyone. And so it's four down linemen, so you know that there's only so much that the linebacker can do, and you go to the exact person that the linebacker is has chosen to cover. And for me, it's just, and I know that obviously NFL offense or defenses are way more complicated than I even can say I know. So I don't know what he sees on that play, but for me, I just feel like there was like
I
three
don't
other
think he
options
was
he
seeing
could have gone
anything.
to.
I think he was seeing CD Lamb. If he didn't see CD Lamb, he was throwing check down. It didn't look
Yeah,
like he was trying to get to a certain receiver.
but I think on that's the play where CD was wide open and he tried to force it to Dalton Schultz.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that he does. I don't know. I'm not a quarterback whisperer. I just feel like he did not do himself any favors this weekend. And again, after this weekend, Dak Prescott, Daniel Jones, same amount of playoff wins. It's there's no difference at this point. If we're looking at it based off of wins, I'm not saying that Daniel Jones is the answer, but I don't think if Daniel Jones isn't the answer, I don't think Dak is going to be the answer. This version of Dak is going to be the answer for the Cowboys.
Yeah, we can jump right into that game. It'll be very short. I'm gonna be honest. I'd turn this game off.
Yeah, I'm
I couldn't
I'll
support
be
it.
honest with you. I'll be honest with you. 14-0, I stopped watching. I was with friends. I went to go watch with my friends. 14-0, I just started drinking and stopped watching. Because as soon as it went up to 14-0, I knew it was over. And you know what? I was okay with it. I hedged my bets. I hedged my feelings bets, and I picked the Philly to win, and I won some money off of that. So I'm okay with it. But that game was horrendous.
That was
A bad game. Terrible
yeah.
game. And it really truly shows how Daniel Jones is just they put him in positions to just manage games and not destroy games. They don't throw the ball down the field very often, so when they have to, it's very hard. If they can't run the ball, it's almost that's it. That's basically the game. If the Giants can't run the ball at this current moment, that's the game.
And you know what
And
was
if
crazy? They were still trying to run the ball, which wasn't bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. Don't get away from your identity.
Yeah. Like when it was 28 nothing. I think this is a play. I could be wrong. It was 28 nothing. They scored a touchdown. It was 28-7 if I'm not mistaken. Am I wrong on that
Mm-hmm.
score?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Daniel Jones, I almost put my fist through my TV. 2nd and 1. Rolling out.
Mm-hmm. And he throws the ball away.
No. He doesn't throw the ball away. He runs out of bounds.
Oh, that's
6
that
yards.
one. Okay. Yeah.
And makes it 3rd and 7 rather than 3rd
Mm-hmm.
and 1.
And then hear me out. He rolls the other way. He's got 2 guys wide open. He's got 2 options. I think it's like 3rd and 3. It's 2nd and 3. 2 options. And he decides, let me throw it out of bounds instead of trying to just get the ball down the field. And that's what, and again, he doesn't make mistakes, but he also does not elevate you. And that's like the big issue. And for me, great season for him. If we can upgrade at quarterback, we are upgrading, and I really hope that we don't get in our feelings about staying with a guy who's clearly not a good fit for us. Maybe a different iteration of Daniel Jones will be a good fit, but this iteration is not a good fit. We need Daniel Jones 2.0 beta, or the beta version, or the beta version. We need the new improved Daniel Jones. We need the Daniel Jones that throws it downfield. And you know what? Maybe better receivers will help with that. But at the end of the day, he's not gonna get us to Super Bowl.
I agree with you.
It's gonna be off of Saquon's back and off the defense just playing on their heads. That's literally all that's gonna help us.
Do you pay Saquon?
Absolutely. Don't even think about paying Daniel Jones until you pay Saquon.
You franchise Daniel Jones if you're doing anything.
Yep.
Because they didn't pick up his option. They had to this is gonna be his first year franchise tagging, right? If I'm not mistaken. So
yep.
It'll be 2 years of franchise tag, see what he does, and then go from there.
I agree.
So
couldn't agree more.
Eagles were the Eagles. They took care of business.
Yeah, not much to say about them.
They played great. They had a week off. Which game do you want to hit next? We can go Jaguars next. Let's just get it out of the way.
Yeah, let's get that out of the way.
Trevor Lawrence is that guy.
1 year too early. That's all I have to say about that.
Trevor Lawrence is that guy. Like when they were in the 6-yard line before Jamal Agnew fumbled it, and Trevor Lawrence just ran a 10-yard like run scramble and gets knocked and everything, and they're down by 10. I thought they had a chance to win that game.
So did I.
I really thought they were going to come back, and like I told you, I don't know what the Jaguars really need as a team. They need one more year of cohesiveness.
They could upgrade.
They could upgrade, but the receiver core is good. Running back core is good. Maybe get some offensive linemen, which I feel like would help. But we did have Cam Robinson injured. We have a few of our offensive linemen injured. Our defensive line needs to get to the pass rush. I will say that. We need pass rushers. The defensive backs, we do need probably better defensive backs. Really, the upgrades are on defense, but our defense isn't terrible, right? Like they kept us in games the past 5 weeks. Jaguars are 1 year too early. I'm excited to where we're going. Trevor Lawrence really stepped up, and I'm happy where we're at. To say that we made it to the divisional round and we lost to the Kansas City Chiefs, I'm not going to be like, oh my God. I'm not going to be panicking. Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes looked good until he got hurt. Came back, he looked even better. Whoever put that needle in his leg needs a raise.
Yeah. I don't know what they gave him, but that man was on one. He was on one, and I think he had a good game. I think Trevor had a good game. He started making a few mistakes when he tried to push the ball down the field, but he needed to, and I'm not going to blame him for that. What I'm gonna say is that poor Jamal Agnew, because he actually had a good game. It's just luck of the draw. I think Maybe some ball security drills would be great.
He hasn't even fumbled the ball really, I don't think, all year. Maybe like on one kick return, but like it's not really an issue with him. I'm always nervous when Travis Etienne runs a ball that he's gonna fumble it. So I will say I'm not gonna be
At
harping on
least,
this. Go ahead.
at least it wasn't ETN that lost you the game this time. So
I would have probably said get rid of him.
yeah. So that's that. That's
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Etienne played well.
For,
Jamal Hasty played
yeah.
well.
Oh yeah. Yeah. They like it was a good game up until the fumble. To be honest,
Yeah.
the
And they still
fumble
came
kind
back
of
and covered. So
yes. I thank you for that. I really needed that. I would have been so mad.
I don't want to harp on this. I do think that the refs impacted that game deeply. Tell me how Chad
Yeah.
Henne drops back and gets hit and gets called roughing the passer, and the exact same thing happens to Trevor Lawrence 2 drives later and they don't call it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell me how Juju Smith-Schuster blindside blocks someone
Okay, that one was terrible.
in the
Because
middle of
that's
the
an
field,
emphasis.
right beside
That's
the
an
umpire.
emphasis. That's an emphasis that they've had all year, and they've called it all year. And in the game that matters the most, they just let it go.
Because it's the
playoff
Chiefs.
football. That pissed me off because I at that point that was the spread talking. That was me and
But
the spread talking.
it was like
and I said,
3rd and
what
10. It was like 3rd and 10. And
So
Juju,
bad.
like, yeah, the refs really pissed me off on this one. But I guess
Yeah.
the NFL just didn't want the Jaguars to get to.
I mean, it would have been a good game. Jaguars and Bengals would have been a good game, to be honest.
We played
but
them
hey,
this year
that's just-
too, or was that
Yeah.
last year? It might have been
I
last year.
think-
It was last year because we lost. Yeah, it was
But
last
hey-
year. Thursday Night Football.
Hey, one year too early is okay.
I mean, hey,
That's okay.
Trevor Lawrence went from his entire life being the Messiah to first year, he's a bust. Oh my God, this guy doesn't. Oh my God, he just doesn't get it. He just doesn't understand it. Little did everyone know he had the worst NFL coach of all time. And then the moment he got a good head coach, he became a top 5 quarterback. Crazy.
We'll see.
All right, Cincinnati
We'll see
Bengals
next year.
and Buffalo Bills, the most anticipated game of the weekend for everyone. That's how I feel about it.
Such a disappointment. And I saw this. I saw this coming. I saw it coming, and I mean I probably didn't say anything about it. I personally picked the Bengals to win. I know I picked them on the show to win, but my bets all reflected Bengals to win. I just felt like the hype was too much for where the Bills actually were. I didn't feel that their defense was that great. I felt like they had some vulnerabilities that could be exploited, and they were. Josh Allen had a bad game last week against a bad team. Had a bad game this week against a good team, and that's the difference. It's like night and day. That's what what Josh Allen did last week and got away with is what you can't do in a game against a good team. You can't turn the ball over. You can't miss reads. You can't make bad plays. You can't not move the ball and then expect to come back on a good team. They will suffocate you, and that'll be it. And just like the Bengals did, they suffocated the Bills, and they made Josh Allen uncomfortable, and that was that. They frustrated Stephon Diggs. It's that simple.
Yeah, they frustrated the one
Gabe
receiver. Gabe Davis was not that guy this year.
Gabe Davis is not. He's pushing number 2, but I don't think he's the number 2 that the Bills need. I think they need a slightly better, more consistent number 2. I think he's just not that consistent, and that's what showed. He had a good game, to be honest. He didn't have a terrible game. He had a good game. He makes big plays, but he's just not consistent. They need another consistent receiver. Cole Beasley's too old, too short,
Came out of
not fast enough. Yeah, it's just that for me, he's not that guy. Cole Beasley can't be that guy. I might be wrong. Who knows? But It was just a disappointing game. It should have been a much better game than it was.
The Bengals are playing great. Joe Burrow is a winner. Joe Mixon and everyone there, Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, the list goes on and on. T. Higgins, Hunter, or Hayden Hurst, like their offense is stacked. Like they did a great job of team building. They did a great job of everything they need to, and they're coached very well. And I truly do believe that Joe Burrow has that killer instinct. Nothing bothers him, and he's great. Now, what I will say is, I am really sick and disgusted with the Josh Allen slander.
I agree. He's still top 5.
Not even top 5, bro. He is top 3. And honestly, you can say Joe Burrow or him. Now listen. And this is gonna be my rant, and I'm gonna go off, and you're gonna give me a minute. And
Okay.
I don't want to be interrupted because I'm pissed off. And you know what? You talked about Emmanuel Ochoa. I am going to praise homage to him right here and do this in his style. Okay? Josh Allen had a down year. He threw for 4,283 yards with 35 touchdowns and had 14 interceptions, but he had a down year. He led his team to a 13-3 record, but he had a down year. If he had the same amount of rushing yards as Joe Burrow, his team would have ranked 24th in rushing, but he had a down year. He ranked 34 in rushing yards in the league, but he had a down year. He ranked 7th in passing yards with only 16 games played, but he had a down year. Since being drafted into the NFL, the Bills have drafted one receiver, Gabe Davis, in the 4th round or higher, but he had a down year. But do you know who had an up year? Joe Burrow had an up year. Trevor Lawrence had an up year. Jalen Hurts had an up year. Jared Goff had an up year. Even Tua Tagovailoa had an up year. And what do all those teams have in common? They have an established wide receiver core. They have a balanced run game for the most part. They have a coach that's actually going to help them, and they're going to draft, and they're going to trade for the people they need to. Josh Allen has Stephon Diggs. He has Stephon Diggs. He doesn't have a run game. He is the run game. So you have Josh Allen as a quarterback, and I just want this to be understood. You have Josh Allen as a quarterback. That is your team. Josh Allen is the most important player to his team in the NFL. And you don't believe me? Look what Chad Henne did when Patrick Mahomes went out. Still scored. Look what Tua can do. Look what that team can do even without him. They put a point on the Buffalo Bills. I would say Lamar Jackson's in the same boat as Josh Allen, but really, Tyler Huntley could do not as good as him, but can stay up there. My thing is with Josh Allen is that everyone keeps saying like, oh, he's off, he's not that guy, he's not gonna be able to win. And what is he given? He is literally told go out there and do stuff that no one else in this league can do. Oh, we don't need to have a game plan. We have Josh Allen. He can throw the ball, and he's the only quarterback that's told go play in winter games 4 games out of the year, and you're still gonna throw the ball 40 times. No quarterback is asked to do that in the NFL. Not even Aaron Rodgers at this point in his career. If we look at the Buffalo Bills receiving core and running back group, if we look at their dynamic players, their actual skilled positions, they're probably in the lower third in the league. They have Stephon Diggs. So I'm sorry, but the whole thing about Josh Allen having a down year and being off, I get it. He's a turnover machine, but you put Josh Allen out there to win games. Because he's not trying to manage games. He has to win them for the Bills. So I'm just annoyed because everyone's getting on him like he does shit that no one else can do. I'm okay if you want to put Burrow above him. I'm okay with it. I'm okay. Patrick Mahomes is the greatest quarterback of all time. I don't care what anyone says. But when it comes to Josh Allen, I'm sorry. I would take him over Jalen. I would take him over 29 quarterbacks in the NFL. And the only 2 I wouldn't would be Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow. And it would be a toss-up between him and Joe Burrow, honestly. I'd be okay with either of them.
Are you finished?
Yes.
Are you finished?
Yes.
Okay. I'm about to slander Josh Allen a little bit indirectly. Do you want me to tell you how Okay, so let's just run this through real quick. Joe Burrow, he is closer to Patrick Mahomes than he is to Josh Allen. And let me tell you why. Joe Burrow, his first year in the league,
Tore his ACL.
injured.
Yep.
His second year in the league, where'd he go?
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Okay,
his
cool.
third year in the league.
AFC
Where is he
Championship.
probably about to? Okay, so let me tell you why Josh Allen or wait. No, because I let you talk. I let you run for about 5 minutes.
It's like
okay, I let you cook. I let you cook for 5 minutes. Okay. Joe Burrow is a better quarterback than Josh Allen. Yes, Joe Burrow has a better scheme around him.
Don't even say better.
It is better.
It's beyond.
Okay, so, but hear me out. Joe Burrow is only 3 years in the league. 2 of the 3 years he is possibly going to be in the Super Bowl. That is better than that is Patrick Mahomes level. That's literally the same as Patrick Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
And if he goes to the Super Bowl, wins the Super Bowl, it is Joe Burrow, it is Patrick Mahomes. You can't put one over the other. And you know what?
No,
you
I'm
could
putting
even
Patrick
make
Mahomes over.
no. And you know what? You could put Joe
As
Burrow
quarterback
in front of Patrick
talent. As quarterback
Oh,
talent, I'm sorry. As a skill level,
Mahomes.
no.
Somebody get this guy a map.
Think
Oh
about
my
this.
god.
Think about this.
Skill level. No. Wait. Let me just run this. Let me finish my rant.
Okay.
Skill level at this point has nothing to do with it. You know why? Because when you get to a certain point, the Mahomes, the Joe Burrows, the Aaron Rodgers, the Tom Brady's, skill level stops mattering. Because your skill level can only take you so far. If you're not getting to the Super Bowl, your skill level doesn't matter to me. To me.
Okay.
So if Joe Burrow's gone to as many Super Bowls as Patrick Mahomes and won the same amount of Super Bowls as Patrick Mahomes, but has beaten Patrick Mahomes every time he's played him.
Okay.
So who I
can pull
better?
receipts on this for you. Who's your
Okay,
number one
pull
quarterback
receipts.
of all time? Bye. Because your number one quarterback of all time is Peyton Manning. Who do you lose to every single year? Tell me.
Hey, I
No.
say Tom. No. I said Tom Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time. I've said this countless times.
Stop it.
This is just facts.
And we ranked
This
it.
is just fact.
And we ranked it, and you said the number one quarterback of all time in the history of the NFL was Peyton Manning, and he lost every single year in the AFC Championship. And do you know why? You
are skewing. You are
and do you know why?
You are skewing the information.
Hold on. Stop this real quick, because you know you just got caught. And this is why I say Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes is still Brady and Tom Brady comparisons. Comparisons. Not competition level. Not competition level, because competition level is Joe Burrow and Patrick Mahomes. Okay? Does that make sense? Because Burrow is kicking Patrick Mahomes' ass. Joe
Burrow's currently
kicking everyone's ass.
Burrow's currently kicking both of their asses.
Yes, I agree. Except Sean McVay. But he's kicking both their asses. Okay? I agree with you there. But who did Peyton Manning come into the league with? The number one overall pick to a shitty team, the Indianapolis Colts. This is my argument with people. Can you name me one player on the Cavs team that LeBron took to the NBA championship his first year?
Anthony Dellavedova.
No. This is like 2007, bro.
Yeah.
Dellavedova was in the exactly.
No. No. Delonte West.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't come at me. I know my stuff.
Because
I know my
he's
stuff.
A crackhead now.
No. I was a Cavs fan.
So I want you to think about this.
I was a big time. Don't bring that up, because that hurts me every time.
Listen. This is my argument when it comes to the LeBron and Michael Jordan thing. People want to shit on Michael or LeBron James all the time. Oh, he's 4-6 in the NBA Finals. You can't even name someone on the freaking team that he took to the finals and was playing freaking super teams before super teams were even a thing. It was the same thing with Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning was playing Tom Brady in the Super Bowl winning freaking Patriots every single year. I've told you this before. Patrick Mahomes was drafted because the Chiefs knew they could win Super Bowls. Josh Allen was drafted to save a franchise. If Josh Allen isn't on the Bills, we don't talk about the Bills. Simple
Okay,
as
so
that.
again, my argument is that Joe Burrow is better than Josh Allen. Joe Burrow, it might be just as good, if not better, than Patrick Mahomes.
No.
It's that simple as that.
No.
Numbers comparable. Just because Joe Burrow doesn't do
Numbers
this flashy shit,
comparable.
pull him up, please, pull him up.
Okay.
So Joe Burrow doesn't throw 50 touchdowns. Sure,
Okay.
I'll give you that. Which
How many rushing?
which
I mean, if you want to compare, we can go with rushing yards too. Patrick Mahomes probably ran for more yards. I'm assuming.
Oh, okay, sure, that's fine. How many wins? What's Joe Burrow's? Let's go with win percentage, QBR, yards.
You're gonna make me pull this.
Are they comparable?
My mouse isn't plugged in. Give me a second. I'll look it up. For Joe Burrow and
Patrick Mahomes, and if you want to throw Josh Allen in there, throw him in there. Josh Allen's numbers are going to be skewed because they throw the ball way more.
Yeah, because they have no fucking run game.
Okay, so that's fine. That's not my problem.
But
that's not my problem.
You're not understanding my point then.
Your team is your team.
You're not
your team is your team. No, you're not understanding my point. Your team is your team. Your team is your team. You work with what you've got.
Really?
Okay, so Joe Burrow didn't have a terrible O-line last year?
No, okay, so listen here.
No.
You're right.
No.
They had a terrible offensive line. Still had a running back, still had T. Higgins, still had Jamar Chase, still had Tyler Eifert at the time. Or no, he got traded halfway through. But still had receiving cores. They actually drafted fucking wide receivers in the first fucking round.
Okay, so Josh Allen didn't have the best.
The Buffalo Bills.
Josh Allen didn't have the best defense in the league the last 3 years.
Actually, this year they were 7th in the league.
Okay, sorry. The top 10.
If you took Josh Allen off the fucking Bills, you know what team?
Eli Apple is the starting cornerback on the Bengals, and he is currently getting dragged to the Super Bowl because Joe Burrow is one of, if not the best quarterback in the league.
So Patrick Mahomes having the worst defense historically of all time doesn't make him better than Joe Burrow? So shut the fuck up. I just proved your point wrong.
No. Okay, no, continue.
So
continue, because we can go back and forth on this team thing. This is why I said your team is your team. It's all about
you're right. Your team is your team. Your team is your team. How bad was Trevor Lawrence last year?
Shit.
Okay. What happened to his team?
It got better.
Oh, cool. What did Trevor do?
Okay.
What did Trevor do?
Trevor proceeded to go what was it? 8 and 9?
9 and 8. And
okay, 9 and 8.
Better.
9 and 8.
Here we go. Tua Tagovailoa.
No. Whoa. Let's not just fly past that. Like you did just try to put Trevor as if Trevor had some great season. Trevor had a great
season.
Oh my God. This guy. Get a load of this guy.
So,
are you kidding me?
Joe Burrow in career has I have to actually do math on here because they don't have the math on here. So he is 24 wins, 17 losses, and 1 tie. So he's 27 divided by 42 is a 64% winning percentage. Okay. So now we're going to go with Patrick Mahomes.
We know Patrick Mahomes is like 84. So like let's just move past that.
Okay.
And Josh Allen is what?
I have to check Josh Allen. I don't have him up yet. You just saw that I just did math that quick on him.
Fair enough. Just whatever. Either way, I'm going to go back to your Trevor Lawrence point. Because we're going to act like
better because his team got better.
No, he got better. Yes, he got better because his team got better.
Okay.
How much better can Josh Allen be? Okay. You're
They
not
have
getting me.
Zach
You're not.
Moss as their starting running back.
First of all, they had a good run game. They just chose not to run the ball. They had a very good run game. They just chose not to run the
Devin
ball.
Singletary.
You know how Justin Herbert and the Chargers choose not to run the ball with one of the best running backs in the league?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So same thing.
Sorry,
You're not gonna.
I'm
You're
doing math while doing this. That's why.
and if we're being completely honest, if you're gonna go based off of just talent alone, you gotta put Lamar, you gotta put Justin Herbert, you gotta put Jalen Hurts, you gotta put a whole bunch of other guys who have proven that they are talented enough to hang with every other guy in that list,
Yeah.
except for Patrick Mahomes. That's it.
Yeah.
But you know who's
So
proven that they can
A-tier?
hang with Patrick Mahomes?
We will do this. You know, we'll do this during the offseason. A tier, I would definitely say absolutely Lamar Jackson. This is like, and this is like 98%, by the way, like rating.
Mm-hmm.
Lamar Jackson. If we had to do like Madden ratings, Lamar Jackson, I wouldn't even put Jalen Hurts there yet. Justin Herbert. I would put those two there.
Mm-hmm.
A plus tier, Joe Burrow and Josh Allen. And S tier, by him fucking self, don't put anyone on his name yet. I'm sorry, Patrick Mahomes.
And if Patrick Mahomes loses this weekend,
Don't mean
he
shit to
will.
me.
It will mean shit to me.
Guess who has a
He
chip?
will be.
Guess who has
He
an
will
MVP?
still be S. He will still be S tier.
But okay,
I'll
this is
give
my
it-
thing with Joe Burrow. What the hell has Joe Burrow won in the league yet?
Okay, sure. He hasn't won any
No, but,
individual
like,
accolades.
he hasn't won an MVP.
No.
He hasn't won a Super
Okay.
Bowl. So everyone's out here sucking Joe Cool's dick like he's the greatest thing in the earth. But
He
Patrick
literally
Mahomes
is.
has literally done everything.
He
But
literally
Patrick Mahomes
is.
has done everything. And Joe Burrow, cool, you can win as many regular season games as you want. Doesn't mean shit if you don't win a Super Bowl. Doesn't mean shit.
All right, pull up the numbers. Get the numbers up here.
You see, you're.
I want the QBRs. I want the QBRs
QBRs of all time. I gotta find it.
for all three of them.
So QBR, I bet you Joe Burrow probably has the best. 105.7 for Patrick Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Burrow, 100.4.
Mm-hmm.
Joshua Allen, 92.2.
Okay, so hear me out. Joe Burrow's better than Josh Allen, and he's creeping up on Patrick Mahomes. He is better than Josh
He's
Allen,
not creeping up.
and he's creeping up on Patrick Mahomes.
Not creeping
I'll
up.
say it one more time. I will say it one more time for you. Better than Josh Allen, creeping up on Patrick Mahomes.
He's not creeping
and
up.
if he beats Patrick Mahomes,
No.
he's better than not better.
Whoa.
Whoa. I caught myself. He is right there with Patrick Mahomes.
No.
It's Patrick Mahomes 1A, Joe Burrow
No.
1B.
No.
Yeah.
Okay,
Absolutely.
So if Joe Burrow wins and loses Super Bowl,
Doesn't matter to me. Patrick Mahomes was in the Super Bowl.
what?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't
What?
matter. Don't
What?
matter.
What?
Don't
You-
matter.
Hold on. You keep changing your argument. You keep changing your argument. Because before you said
No,
if
I'm
you
not.
win Super Bowls, you should Tom Brady is the greatest of all time because he won Super Bowls. And now you're comparing a man who's won a Super Bowl in his third year, an MVP in his second year, to someone who hasn't technically won shit.
Okay. And you know who keeps keeping Mahomes from getting more Super Bowl rings? Joe Burrow.
Actually, Tom Brady, technically, because he lost in the Super Bowl. So he's made 2 Super Bowls.
guess-
So by the time,
guess what?
so
And
I
guess
will
why?
listen.
Guess why?
In the next 3 years, if Joe Burrow can make it to the
Okay.
Super Bowl this year and win it,
Mm-hmm.
he will still be one notch under Patrick Mahomes.
You're crazy.
Because
You're
bro,
crazy.
like
You're
Patrick
crazy.
Mahomes went
You're-
back-to-back
you're
Super
insane.
Bowls. Patrick
You're
Mahomes
wrong.
went back-to-back
You're
Super Bowls
wrong.
and recency bias. Like, do you realize that Patrick Mahomes just won on a fucking bum leg and without even fucking like just going crazy? Like, do people?
Do you realize that if Joe Burrow goes to the Super Bowl, wins the Super Bowl, he also has gone to back-to-back Super Bowls, won one
Yes.
and lost one.
And that's what I'm saying. But you're saying he is like as good, if not better, than Patrick Mahomes.
Yes.
He doesn't have a super. Oh my god, man! No,
Simple as that.
no.
I'm not
sorry.
when
No.
you get to be that good, you have to be able to separate yourself from the margin and from the means. And at that point, the means are so high, and the mean is so high that you need to be able to separate yourself. And the only thing that separates you are wins against your opponent and wins in the Super Bowl. And you know who has both? Joe Burrow. Tell me I'm wrong.
Technically, you don't have shit yet.
Okay, well, Joe Burrow has the wins against Patrick Mahomes. He's
Patty Mahomes
currently
has that shit.
Fair enough. Okay, so
And
we'll
Super
split
Bowl
it half
MVP.
and half. We'll split it half
And
and half.
MVP.
I don't give a frick about
50
MVP because
and-
it's a media vote. Media votes don't count to me. I don't care. I will give it to you. Patrick Mahomes deserves it, but it's still a media vote, regardless.
I'm mad right now.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Because when you go with the whole Tom Brady fucking argument, and then I go, you know what, Peyton Manning's the greatest quarterback of all time. And you go, well, he was kept there from Tom Brady. But I agree with you, Peyton Manning's the greatest quarterback of all time. But when I say Patrick Mahomes is the greatest quarterback of all time, because he, one, is, Patrick Mahomes does shit that no one else in this world can do when it comes to talent. I'm sorry. Ain't nobody can do what he can.
We've seen everyone do it now. It's just he does it better than everyone else. Fine. But he does
He does it better than everyone else. He does crazy shit better than everyone else.
He's a creative guy. I'm sorry.
Better than everyone else.
And
that doesn't make him the best.
Yeah, whatever, man. Move on. I'm done with this conversation. Let's go. Next topic.
Okay, next topic. Kansas City Chiefs, Cincinnati Bengals. Who wins the game?
Bengals.
Chiefs.
Okay.
We're doing this.
Yes.
Chiefs, 28-27. Bengals cover the spread.
Oh my god, dude. I genuinely, honestly, okay, if I'm being completely honest with you, I think the Chiefs also win this game, but I'm going to go with the Bengals just because I need this to be right. I need Joe Burrow to add some parity to this conversation.
Oh my. So, okay, if Chiefs win.
Okay.
If Chiefs win.
Oh, easily.
Okay.
Yeah. This is for all the marbles for the next year. This is basically the Super Bowl for me. I'm going to be honest. Yeah. This is it. I don't
want the Eagles or the 49ers to win. Honestly, I'm kind of done with I'm sick of the 49ers because they just get there and they just have I wanted them to beat the Chiefs when they got there a couple years ago.
You know what? What would be beautiful? Hear me out. The 49ers make it to the Super Bowl. Jimothy Garoppolo. Ankle is good to go. Wins the Super Bowl. Oh my God. You couldn't write a better story if you
what's
tried.
The worst part is Jimmy G has more Super Bowls than any single player we were just talking about.
Yup. He didn't play in any of them, but he has them.
He has them. He dressed.
Yeah.
He was there.
He technically best quarterback in the league. Just saying.
Yeah.
The proof is in the pudding.
Do you think he helped deflate the footballs?
Oh, I think he was the deflator for sure.
At the time,
no, I think he was there. He has. Yeah. Hey, he was the deflator for sure.
I just don't want to see. Obviously, Brock Purdy is starting the Super Bowl if they make it there. You don't bench Brock at this point.
I would bench Brock.
No,
if I'm big.
He plays better than Jimmy G at this point.
Does he really? You think Jimmy G would have struggled the way?
Yes.
Brock really?
Yes.
We have proof that he wouldn't. We literally have proof from last year that he wouldn't have.
My man was up by 10 in the fourth quarter against the Chiefs, and they lost.
No. I'm talking about the Cowboys. We have proof from last year's, pretty much the exact same Cowboys team. And guess what? Jimmy tore them up too. Put some respect on his name.
No. He's burnt me too much.
You guys are silly.
He's literally burnt me too much.
You guys are silly.
And that would mess with the locker room. Honestly, in a football.
It would.
Yeah, you can't go, Brock, you've led us to the Super Bowl. Hey, Jimmy, how's that? Yeah, ankle feels good. You're going to go start this game.
Anything to win the Super Bowl.
Chiefs,
that's all
Bengals,
I'm saying.
Who you got?
I'm going to go with the Bengals. I'm gonna go Bengals by
What are your
3.
bets, actually? Like, your real bets?
No,
Because I know
that's
you've
my bet. That's my actual bet.
okay.
Bengals by 3.
Your
Yeah.
score?
I'm gonna go 35 to, I guess, 32.
That's what I was gonna say. Would probably be what it is. It's gonna be a crazy game. This can't
Yeah.
not be a crazy game.
I could see a point where we reach a 100-point game. I'm not gonna lie to you. I could see it. Both defenses not that good, in my opinion.
38-32 for the Chiefs.
Okay.
I think this is a
All right.
redemption game for Patrick Mahomes. I think this is him pissed off, and everyone's like, "Oh, Joe Burrow might be better than you." Who? I'm a quiet guy. I'm gonna go out and show y'all the MVP and the fact that, like, if Patrick Mahomes took this game seriously, like, I mean, the sport of football seriously, I don't think the Chiefs would ever lose.
Okay.
Hey,
Sunday, be there
we'll see.
or be square.
I'm probably gonna be square. Yeah, Eagles at the 49ers at the Eagles.
I'm gonna go with the Eagles.
I'm surprised by this spread. It's only 2.5.
The line, yeah.
Yeah, that's to me, to see what the Eagles did last week, to see what the 49ers did last week.
You know what? No, I'm not. I will not. The Eagles
Trap game?
lost. The Eagles lost to the Washington Commanders. That's all I needed to switch my pick. I'm going to go 49ers get to the Super Bowl.
This is probably the hardest game this year to call.
This is the harder game. Yeah, I agree. But I think the 49ers will do it. They have a better defense. Their offense is very capable.
You know the issues that I haven't watched any Eagles games. I turn them off because they're boring.
Yeah, I've watched a bit of them. They are a good run offense, and they can run the ball quite well. But if you are able to contain the run, it's basically game over.
I'm taking coaching matchup here, or Kyle Shanahan over Sirianni. I'm not
honestly.
I know,
I hate Nick Sirianni.
I don't think he's a bad
with
coach.
A passion.
Though. I don't think he's a bad coach. I'm taking it more as Kyle Shanahan is like game planning, and he knows what he has. He knows what he can do, and he just has such a control. I'm taking the 49ers in this game.
I will also be taking better coaching. When the games are this close, you have to take who's the better coach.
23 to like 21. I think it's gonna be close though.
Yeah. Okay. I think I'm gonna go 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah.
San Francisco 49ers versus the Chiefs or the Bengals. Whoa.
Yeah, I'm more interested in the Chiefs and the Bengals game at this point.
Yeah.
And it's sad that it well, actually no. The Chiefs are prime time this week, so that's good. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Bright lights don't scare Joe Burrow.
They don't.
That's all I have to say about
Patrick Mahomes either.
We don't know about that.
What do you imagine winning a Super Bowl and being told that bright lights bother you?
Imagine never beating Joe Burrow.
Imagine coming back from 10-0 or 10 points in the fourth quarter to win a Super Bowl in your second year in the league and being
imagine never beating Joe Burrow. Kind of tough. Couldn't be me.
Actually, technically,
me personally, I wouldn't take that disrespect. That's all I'm saying.
Maybe he won't.
We'll see.
One last thing before we go out, ranking the weapons in this going into this. Which team has the worst weapons? And you already answered this. And I'm not trying to set you up for this. I even forgot. I forgot.
You definitely set me up. This is a setup.
Which
this is
quarterback has the worst?
This is a hit piece.
This
is a hit piece.
What's ranked?
I hate you.
The weapons in the conference championships. Starting number 1, who has the most weapons on their team? Bengals.
49ers.
Nah, Bengals.
Nah, the 49ers, dude.
Why? How so?
You. Better weapons on defense. Weapons on offense.
I mean offensively. We just mean receivers and running backs and tight ends.
Still, Still the
Really?
49ers. Debo, Kittle,
Jamar Chase.
McCaffrey. That's fine.
Jamar Chase, T.
Debo.
Higgins.
Debo.
I
Think about it this way. And you know where they separate themselves is at the running back position.
Joe Mixon is that much worse than Christian McCaffrey?
Are you kidding me?
I'm not saying like
So let me ask you this. Who would you rather on your team?
Christian McCaffrey.
Thank you.
I'd rather have Jamar
CJ
Chase.
or sorry.
Jamar Chase.
P. Ryan or Elijah Moore or Elijah.
If you didn't say that, I would have gotten his freaking name. Whatever. Him. I would take him regardless.
Yeah. Okay. The 49ers O-line or the Bengals O-line.
We're talking
No. You're talking only
just weapons.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, we're not.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
So Debo or Jamar?
I take Jamar. That's the only one that I'd take over.
T. Higgins or Ayuk?
Ayuk.
Tyler Boyd or I don't even know.
Juwan Jennings.
Tyler Boyd.
I would take Tyler Boyd. Okay, sure.
And then it's Hayden Hurst and George Kittle. I would take Kittle, but Hayden Hurst isn't a bad tight end who's actually played really well.
I would take Kittle. And you know what? I would take all of the 49ers running backs over the Bengals running backs. So you see where they separate themselves?
Tight end for the Bengals.
Couldn't tell you.
Something's actually decent, isn't it? I could be wrong.
Not decent enough.
So, anyways, 49ers number 1, then, and then Bengals obviously number 2.
Yep.
Number 3?
It's the Eagles.
Oh, so who's number 4?
If it was any other year, it would be completely different. But number 4 is the Chiefs.
Actually,
it's not even.
I don't know. I might take.
No, it's the
Eagles
Chiefs.
number 2. I'm joking. That's a fucking joke. I'm not taking the Eagles over.
Hear me out, though.
Yeah,
Hear me
Dallas
out.
Goddard.
Wait a minute. Yeah, Goddard, Brown, Smith.
Yeah.
Even Sanders.
Is Miles Sanders better than Mixon though?
He's about the same.
I would definitely take Jamar Chase over AJ Brown.
I don't know.
I easily would take.
Okay, sure. But then would you take Smith or would you take
T. Higgins
Smith
over Devontae Smith? I think T. Higgins plays his position better because he's the taller, bigger wide receiver, and he plays that role really well.
That's crazy.
And I would take obviously Goddard over Hayden Hurst.
Yeah, you're talking crazy. You know who's the common denominator in all of this? It's Mr. Joe Cool. That's the common denominator.
What the I just proved that Patrick Mahomes has worse weapons.
Yeah. Just shut it.
And
okay.
Where would the Buffalo Bills rank on this list?
They would have been ahead of the Chiefs.
No.
Yes.
Travis Kelce?
Yeah.
Mecole Hardman, Juju Smith-Schuster, Marquez Valdes-Scantling.
Okay, so
the Buffalo Bills don't even have a number 2 wide receiver.
You're just proving my point at this point.
What do you?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I'm saying the Chiefs aren't a bad their weapons are actually really good.
Okay.
Yeah,
their weapons are really good, but then you say
not
that
the best out of the playoffs. That's all.
Okay.
Joe Burrow has the best weapons out of the 3. That's all I'm saying. I don't care. But no. If we look at the Chiefs, you have Marquez Valdes-Scantling, you have Juju Smith-Schuster, you have Mecole Hardman, you have Pacheco, you have Travis Kelce. Really, all in all, they have probably the most linear, I would say, team out of the 4, like balanced with a little bit of a up with Travis Kelce. But I would probably agree with you. The 49ers have the top end, Debo, Kittle, McCaffrey, kind of that 3-headed monster.
With that being said, I am going to pick the 49ers to win the Super Bowl. Brock Purdy, rookie quarterback, wins the Super Bowl.
Tom Brady.
He is not Tom Brady. I'm sorry to tell you, he's not.
Tom Brady wasn't great in his first year.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see.
Anyways, any lasting comments that you have to say for week 30 or episode 39, not week 39, because we're not that consistent. Episode
All
39
right.
of What's the Check Down?
Episode 39. I want your opinion. I want you to rank these quotes that I read today.
Okay.
And I won't give you the names of the quarterbacks who said it. I just want you to rank it from first to worst.
If one's a 2-letter one, I already know who said it. Or two-word one.
No, it's not 2 words.
Okay.
It's okay, so the dynamic leadership in the blank locker room. This is a question that was asked. The answer was people lead their peers people lead because their peers let them lead. It takes a lot of trust. On the importance of communication during the game. in these kind of games, it's all about communication. It's gonna be huge for us. Discuss the strength of the current roster. every guy we have in there
Joe
is
Burrow?
made of the right stuff. Shut it. Every guy we have in there is made of the right stuff and wants to win.
I'm him.
I'll be ready to go for sure.
Okay.
You know who the last
That's
two are.
Patrick Mahomes. Is
Rank
the first one
them.
Brock Purdy?
I'm not going to tell you. Rank them.
So dynamic leadership, communication. What was the third one?
Everyone's got the right stuff.
I'll be ready to go as number 4. It's the worst because like who?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's got the right stuff is number 1.
Okay.
It makes me feel like the Pillsbury Doughboy. Dynamic leadership number 2, and then number 3 would be the communication.
That's my list too. And guess what? I picked based off of that list. But then I thought about it and how much hatred I have for Nick Sirianni, I couldn't do it. I despise that man with a passion. As a Giants fan, I would like to watch him get beat up. If I'm being completely honest.
So which quote was that? Was that the dynamic or was that the communication?
That was the dynamic.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought these were all quarterback quotes. That's why.
No. So it wasn't Nick Sirianni's quote. It was Jalen Hurts. But okay. I had the Eagles first. I picked the Eagles to win. But then I thought about my hatred for that man Nick Sirianni and how much I want to see him lose. And so now I'm changing my pick.
Okay.
I want to see the Eagles burn to the ground.
Okay.
Yes.
So weapons remaining in the NFL, the team's ranking go the Chiefs in 4th, we would say.
Yep.
Number 3, we would go with the Eagles. Number 2, Cincinnati Bengals. I had to think about that one because that one's really close. Yeah. That's why. And then number 1, San Francisco 49ers.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And that's why Brock is being dragged into the Super Bowl.
I wouldn't say dragged. He's holding his own.
All right, fine. He's being pulled on a little stroller into the Super Bowl. Yeah, yep. You know, like the little kid stroller. He's getting pulled.
Episode 39 in the books. What's the check down? I am Chandler. He is David. And until next time, for Tiana. Peace.
Peace.